Professor, there's an anomaly in Formula 3's data. The surface soil moisture jumped 12% since yesterday. This slope, if it keeps raining, once the pore water pressure passes the threshold, the slope's stability will drop below 1.0. The data. Is the data still there? Don't move. You're still hurt. Where did you get hurt? It hurts. Where am I? Kingshan Village. I found you in the mountain stream. The mountain stream? You mean I got washed away after the landslide? Wait, you said Kingshan Village just now? Which township is Kingshan Village in? How far is it from Kingyushan Station? Does my phone have signal here? What are you talking about? A phone is something to contact other people with.
This.
It's a 3-hour walk to the nearest town. This is a typical mountain farming region. No roads, no electricity. These buildings don't look right. China's been out of poverty for years. How could a place like this still exist? What year is it now? What do you mean, what year? Just tell me, who's the emperor now? What's the reign title? Year 14 of Yongping Dalian dynasty. Dalian isn't any of Tang, Song, Yuan, Ming, or Qing. It's not any dynasty I know. I fell into a completely unknown time and place. Uncle Stone, that person you found in the stream, is awake. Can she talk? Yeah, she can. Can you farm? My family doesn't have enough seeds again this year. My dad hasn't slept for days worrying. No matter what you plant, does it just not grow well? The leaves turn yellow before they're even the size of a palm. Dad, come here. She hasn't even seen our fields, but she knows exactly what's wrong. Guden. All right, that's enough. And that's enough. Told you this girl is tough. Let's go, have some porridge first. Just make do with it. We're running low on food in early spring. It'll be fine after harvest. If we can get a harvest, that is. That kid's talking about starving. This bowl of porridge is their best treat, and they're already worried about the fall harvest in spring. This isn't some time travel novel. This is real life where people could starve anytime. How did I even survive?
Backpack.
Where's my backpack? Please don't break. Please don't break. A rock got it stuck. It's still here. Tech, 26 mu per unit. Test data, 3,000 kilos. Bok choy in 25 days. Radish ready in 40 days. I know every word you say, but I don't get any of it all together. It's fine. All you need to know is one thing. This can keep you all fed. Are you all right? You guys have no toilets? What's a toilet? Never mind. Build it with a wooden lid and a roof. Most importantly, at least 50 steps from water and houses. If not, the drinking water will get polluted. You know even that? I studied agriculture. Waste management and fertilizer basics are intro courses. Do you know how much nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are in manure? Such good organic fertilizer, and you guys actually... Never mind. Show me around the village first. This is she too. The one brought back from the stream. Heard she woke up, but look at her skin. Must be some well-off family's runaway maid, right? So delicate. I've been digging soil for 3 years. You call this delicate? They sure spread info fast here. No internet, but everyone knows everything. What did you say? Nothing. Just saying your village spreads news real fast. There you go again with the weird talk. Tastes the same when cooked anyway. Guden. You pick these every day? Have to walk far to get this much? The nearby ones are all picked clean. Gotta cross that small ridge. Mom says once these are gone, we'll have to add more water, less grain. Till we're just drinking watery porridge. She too. I told you not to let her go far. She's still hurt. Why don't you ever think before you act? She wanted to go herself. Wow, you look way better than this morning. Come on, I made porridge. Don't complain if it's watery. In this world, anything to eat is good. Thanks, An Wong. No need to thank me. Kingshan village is poor, but we have a conscience. You only ended up here because of disaster. Helping is just right. Sweet potatoes take 170 days from planting to harvest. The soil here is typical mountain acid-poor soil. The organic matter is barely 1% by the look of it. No chemical fertilizer. No irrigation system. Rainwater cuts tiny gullies into the soil. Lots of organic matter at the bottom of these gullies. West side naturally gathers water. Could reshape along contour lines for terraces. Add simple canals. No extra materials needed. Just change the land's shape. It's getting dark. Let's go back. Let's wait a bit. There's still enough light. What's the point of writing all that? Our school did an experiment back then. 2 plots, same soil, same seeds. One got water and fertilizer daily. One just grew wild. Guess how much the difference was? How much? 3 times. She too. Did your village ever have enough seeds to plant every field? Never. Who's your village chief? Xiao Changshan. Everyone here respects him. Does he believe women can farm? Okay. Then tomorrow I just have to convince him. Seriously? No big deal. No big deal. All right, I boiled you some hot water. And gave you period cloth. I packed some wood ash for you. This is for your period, right? You've never used it? What do you put inside this? Wood ash. Like stuffing a magnet. Use it as a pad, dump the ash out and wash it. Then use it again next time. Wood ash. It's wood ash. I studied agriculture. I know wood ash is mainly potassium carbonate. Has some trace phosphorus and potassium. It's alkaline, so it kills germs. But that's fertilizer. That's fertilizer. I've got some clean ones left. If you think this one's too old, this one's the softest. I saved it for half a year. Didn't want to use it myself. Thanks, really. Thank you. Anton, you guys have any cotton here? You know, the white soft stuff. That's expensive. Hardly any families here can afford cotton coats. My coat's stuffed with hemp and bulrush flowers. Got it. 10 pieces, use them sparingly. Should last a few days. What are these all white for? They're part of my dowry. That dress isn't local fabric. It's all muddy and bloody now. So you should change. But I don't have other clothes. Wait, I'll find you something clean. It's old, but it's better than muddy, bloody clothes. I'll go wash these. Come out for some porridge when you're ready. Don't take too long. Have some porridge before you go. This is breakfast. It's lucky to have anything at all this season. In 2 weeks, even this will be gone. Why didn't you finish it? You drink it. I'm not hungry. What is Guden doing? Sister King, I'm sorting the vegetables. This is for today. This is for tomorrow. Mom said to save it. It'll be better when wild greens sprout on the hills. Guden, what did you eat this morning? The porridge was so thin I could see my reflection. I took a look in it, and I saw myself. And that's old you. The stored grain is long gone. 2 weeks. We rely on wild greens and village relief grain to survive. Relief grain? Old village had Zhao Changshan. Every spring famine, he shares his own family's grain. But that's all there is. He has no more to give. His own family drinks thin soup too. Why are these fields barren? Spring equinox has passed. Any later, and we'll miss the season. It's not that we don't want to plant. We have no seeds. Last year's harvest wasn't even enough to eat. How could there be any left for seeds? The few families who could plant millet are already the wealthiest in the village. Typical acidic, poor mountain soil. Organic matter is less than 1%. But the drainage is good, with enough sun, soil prep, and fertilizer. And the right crops. This plot isn't bad. It just needs to be treated well. What did you say about treatment? Antoine, take me to see the village head. See the village head for what? Go back and lie down first. Solve physical needs before survival needs, I guess. River sand's specific heat is about 0.8, which is 1/5 of water's. Though water holds heat well, it leaks through bags. Hot sand in a bag won't leak. It fits the body's shape. Stays warm for an hour, no problem. High heat frying. Kills all pests and germs. And river sand is free. Just dig it from the bank. Comfortable. What are you messing with? Nothing, just made a hot water bottle. Except it's filled with sand. You cut such precious cloth for this? I need this. It's just a small piece. King moonstone cloth. You washed it? Yes, you don't have soap here. So I used wood ash. Don't scrub. Scrubbing makes it dirtier. Also, dry it and hide it. Don't hang it out, especially not in the sun. Why not in the sun? Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Disinfect what? Women's things shouldn't be seen in the light. It's a dirty thing. No, it's not dirty. It just shouldn't be seen. Aunt Wang. Let me tell you something. Sunlight has UV rays. It kills most bacteria. Those tiny things that make you sick. Cloth gets cleaner in the sun. Without sun, bacteria grow. Next time, you'll get an infection. Meaning you'll get sick. Anyway, keep it out of the light. That's the rule. Sister King, what's that you sewed? A belly warmer. A heat pack. It's still warm. Does it work? Works better than hard kongs. Sister, teach me to sew one later. First edible crop in 30 days. Help people survive first, then help them live well. You're the girl she too found in the creek? Young girl. You are old village head Zhao Chengshen. Aunt Wang came to see me last night. Said you sat at the entrance and grabbed a handful of dirt. You smelled it and said the soil could be saved. She also said, you know about new crops from the mountains that can grow in this flat land. Is it true? Look at that field. No one has touched the surface in 3 months. The soil is hard-packed. But by that natural ditch at the slope's foot, the grass is 2 inches tall. That means the soil is fine. The problem is no water and no fertilizer. If someone tilled it, made ridges, added composted manure and water, I've lived 60 years and never seen a woman learn to farm. Well, have you ever seen a sweet potato? A what? A crop that needs no seeds. A vine in the ground grows in 170 days. Yields over 3,000 pounds per acre. Have you seen that? 3,000 pounds. At least 3,000. With good care, even 4,000. Do you have seeds? In my backpack. Can't plant them yet? Must sort seeds and grow seedlings first. Prep the seedling beds. Control the temp for 30 days. Then transplant in May. I can teach every step. Girl, most of what you said, I didn't understand. But I understood one thing. You said 3,000 pounds per acre. There's a wasteland in the northeast corner. Nobody wants it. Full of rocks and hard soil. 2 seasons of millet couldn't grow there. If you dare to try, that land is yours. I'll take it. But can you do something more important for me?
Tell me.
Convince the villagers to let women farm. You know what they'll say. Today at the hour of Chan, at the village square, I'll call everyone together. Girl, you need to prepare. There's a man named Liu the Third.
He's farmed for 30 years.
He trusts no one. What you used to convince me, you'll have to tell him too. In front of the whole village. I'll try. A piece of wasteland. Life is uncertain. I called you here for one thing. That wasteland in the northeast corner. Hey, I know it. I farmed it for 30 years. My father for 40 years. My grandfather for 50 years. 3 generations, 120 years. Never heard of it. How can an outsider girl know the way of the fields? Girl, have you ever held a hoe? Do you know when to sow or harvest millet? Do you know which land is dry or flooded? You don't even know where the village well is. Why should you farm this land? A woman in the field? The land god will be angry. Then it won't just be her problem. The whole village will suffer. Crops won't grow, and we'll starve in autumn. pH level is below 5.5, strongly acidic. Uncle Liu, you farmed for 30 years. Have you ever wondered why the millet here never grows tall? Why the leaves turn yellow before they're palm-sized? Why use lime instead of wood ash? Using wood ash, this land will never be fertile. You asked me why. Because for every problem you faced, in 30 years of farming, I've studied for 4 years. You rely on experience. I rely on data. Experience won't tell you the soil P, but data will. What you said about that 5.5 value, I don't understand. But about the leaves turning yellow, you're right. That's exactly what's wrong. Nothing grows tall there. Give the northeast wasteland to King. Any objections? Thank you. Don't thank me, thank yourself. What you just said?
In my 60 years of life,
I didn't understand a word, but I think I know what you're doing. I told you nobody wants this land. There are more rocks than soil. What can grow here? These rocks grow right out of the ground. There are rocks on the surface. Underneath is fine soil. The cracks are deeper than 2 inches. Organic matter has seeped in. The soil isn't bad. It just has a layer of rocks covering it. Facing due south. Full sunlight all day, nothing blocking it. Slope is less than 2 degrees. Almost completely flat. At the base of the slope, natural drainage channels can't reach. The conditions of this plot are better than those fields by the threshing ground where they grow millet. Even though you see all these rocks, let me repeat, you can pick up the rocks. If you lack fertilizer, you can add some. The soil can be improved. But sunlight is nature's gift. Drainage comes from the land itself. Those things can't be changed. Any downsides of this plot can be fixed. The good parts can't be changed. We call land like this good land. So what to do with these rocks? Pick them up one by one. Yep. Pick them up one at a time. This girl really works hard. I work hard too. I've lived half my life, never done something this foolish. Helping an outsider girl farm on a pile of rocks. But I'm happy to. You drew the line crooked, not crooked. Follow the slope along the contour. Need it for drainage. That stone over there, the biggest one, you can't move it by yourself. We haven't cleaned up to that part yet. The rest is up to you. I'm not helping you. I just can't stand young folks not knowing to pry before moving. King Sis, he helped you. Not help. He gave advice. You cleaned it alone. Wang Aunt and Aliu helped all morning. Lolo San helped with a stone. But Liu Leo San won't admit it was help. Says he can't stand young folks not prying first. How many left? About a few hundred. We'll help you clean them tomorrow. Stones all picked up. Next step is improving the soil. After fixing the soil, make rows. Once rows are made, line up the seed potatoes for sprouting. Line up the seed sweet potatoes in the seed bed. Shoots come up after 30 days. Transplant to the field in May. Come autumn. 1 acre can yield over 3,000 pounds. I didn't really catch all your steps, but you said 3,000 pounds just now. That's all I need to remember. Starting tomorrow, this plot won't be barren anymore. That's it. It's just that simple. What can grow here? I'm telling you, a thing from who knows where can produce 3,000 pounds per acre. Uncle Liu, how many shoots do you think this sweet potato will produce? It's just the size of a fist? Maybe 10 shoots at most. Alright, count them in 30 days. If it's less than 20,
Take this plot for millet instead.
even one less, just 20. But if there are enough, from now on, how the Kingshan village farms will follow what I teach. Do it as I show. I'll be waiting in 30 days. This is called a seed bed, a dedicated area for sprouting, separate from the main field. Just like how a baby can't sleep outside right away. Needs a warm nest first. So this frame is the nest. The benefit of a seedbed is you can control temperature and humidity. The main field's temperature and humidity can't be adjusted so precisely, but the seedbed can. Wood ash raises the temperature. Soil isn't warm enough yet this time of year. Ash adds 2 or 3 more degrees. Enough for sweet potatoes to sprout. Tilt the seed potato 45 degrees into the seedbed, eyes facing up. Bury it half a potato deep. 1 inch thickness of loose soil. Not too deep, not too shallow. Too deep, sprouts are slow. Too shallow, not enough moisture. You have more in your bag. 6 in total. Start with 2 today. Wait a few days, then plant the other 4. Stagger the timing. Transplanting won't all happen in one day. Once all 6 are in, each produces 20 to 30 shoots, around 100 shoots total. Enough to fill the whole plot. After covering it with soil, don't flood with water. Sprinkle water thoroughly, then cover with straw mats to keep warm. Mark each section. Also keeps hunger away. King's sister, will sprouts really come out? Yes, but not yet. Need to wait a few days. No sprouts yet. Not yet. When will they sprout?
Almost.
It's been 3 days, nothing yet. Uncle Liu, how many days for your millet to sprout after planting? Depends if it's warm enough. It's about to get cold, maybe 7 or 8 days. Sweet potatoes are the same. It's not that they aren't growing. They're gathering strength underground until they break the soil layer. Yesterday, I saw the soil bulge a bit. Didn't dig it up to look. Was afraid of messing it up. Dear heavens, King Sis. Can one sweet potato really grow that many? 1 sweet potato, 20 to 30 shoots. Plant all 6. Looks like about 100 shoots. Growing well. That's the sweet potato. That one. You said it was so tiny. The shoots need to grow more. Another 20 days. When each shoot is 5 or 6 inches tall, cut and plant into the rows. 1 shoot, 1 vine. 1 vine, a bunch of sweet potatoes. That's step 1. Seedling prep is done. I've lived half my life. First time seeing so many sprouts from seeds. Not even 30 days yet. But 100 shoots are enough for you. They're growing pretty fast. Shen family girl. Have you been in the field every day lately? Every day, why? You're a woman. Women have those days each month. Old folks say you shouldn't be in the field then. Going in during those days. It's against the field's taboos. If you do, you won't just hurt yourself. You'll hurt the whole field. Uncle Liu, what you said isn't right. Do you even know what that is? What? You said women are unclean those days. Uncle Liu, it's not unclean. It's called a menstrual cycle. It's when the uterine lining sheds regularly from hormones. A normal physiological bleeding. Every healthy woman goes through it once a month from teens to 50. It happens every month. Has nothing to do with being clean or not. Nothing to do with the god of the field either. The field god controls the weather, not the uterine lining. You. What are you talking about? Anyway, women shouldn't be around. It's tradition. I think king makes sense. The blood I lose each month is more than the cuts you get working. Wouldn't a cut offend the field god too? So women's monthly cycle would affect crops at home. But I've never seen the field god punish. Well, just afraid it might offend. King Sis says. She's right, it's not dirty. It is. It's normal. A woman's natural cycle, one of the body's normal processes. She shouldn't feel ashamed about it. Nobody should, including herself. I've held this in half my life. What are we planting here? Loose leaf lek choy, first harvest in 25 days. Radishes in 40 days. Before transplanting the seedlings, grab a round of veggies first. Lettuce roots are shallow. Grow fast, don't take up space. Dragon rose over there still waiting for sweet potato shoots. Can't waste the idle time. Plant a crop, ready in 30 days. That's called intercropping, using time and space difference. Sister King, what did you say about the uterus falling off? I can't remember, but I will also say that word in the future. Endometrial shedding? Endometrial shedding. Wait a minute. This water cannot be poured directly. Natural gully. This is the design drawn by God. Look at the direction of the ditch. It is naturally formed along contour lines. Just lay a layer of gravel at the bottom of the trench to prevent seepage. Add a few water storage pits at the corners. No need to dig new canals. Change along this old ditch. It's water coming down the hillside. Follow the ditch to the water pit. Make a small opening in the water storage pit. The water flows to the ground by itself. No need to choose. No need to choose. Dry. I used to carry 20 loads of water every day. Only 10 dam will be available tomorrow. Wait until the second and third water storage pits are dug. Then there's no need to choose. Planting expansion in the second quarter. Build a cascade water storage system along contour lines. Cover all sloping farmland. Wait until this crop of vegetables is harvested. Just start composting. Next spring, this whole valley can be planted. Sister King, when can we eat this dish? Wait another 20 days. Carrots last a little longer, 40 days. Really edible. Really edible. I used to squat on the ground and eat vegetable dumplings. I'm afraid I won't finish my meal after finishing it. I am eating vegetable dumplings today. I know there will be food for my next meal. The third thing, waiting for the dishes to be collected, start composting. Next spring, the whole valley can be planted. Shortleaf 13 will have to grow for more than half a month. Let's harvest the cabbage first today. Can you eat baby cabbage? It can be eaten raw. Taste a leaf. Sister Bu Ku Chun Hua, you wait for me to save my mother. Ah. My kitchen. It's been years since I cooked anything that could smell. Mom, this dish is not bitter. I have lived for almost 30 years. It was the first time I ate vegetable leaves that were not bitter. Wild vegetables are bitter. Rice bran is astringent. I was so hungry that I even gnawed the bark of the tree. The bark is also bitter. I always thought that vegetable leaves are inherently bitter. Thank you. I don't know what else to say. Just thank you. I have lived for 60 years. All the good things I have eaten are not as powerful as this bowl of vegetable soup. Brassicacia brassicae. Available in 25 days. Vitamin C content. F1 hybrid. Seeds can be preserved but will degrade. You have to select the best few seeds every year, chosen from generation to generation, to be able to stabilize. As long as it's delicious. Sister King, this vine is longer than my arm. How to insert it into the cage? Irregular root removal. Cut a vine into 4 to 5 sections each. Each section is about a palm long. Leave 3 to 4 knots. The top 2 leaves. Insert the bottom 2 sections into the soil. One long vine can turn into 4 or 5 seedlings. 6 pieces of seed potatoes. More than 100 vines emerged. Cut each piece into 4 to 5 sections. A total of 5 to 600 cuttings can be produced. Enough to plant the entire wasteland in the northeast corner of the village. A piece of sweet potato turns into 100 seedlings. A seedling, one vine after another. Bunch of sweet potatoes. Should I cut the vines or water them first tomorrow? Water first. I will water the ridge platform thoroughly this evening. Cut the vines tomorrow morning. Cut one and insert it in sections. One cannot be dried in the sun. Beginning of summer in early May. The vines are more than 3 feet long. Meet the standard. Cut each piece into 4 to 5 sections. A long stretch. Leave 3 to 4 sections. Insert the bottom 2 sections at an angle of 45 degrees into the soil. Leave 1 section and 2 leaves on top. 6 inches between plants. 6 pieces of seed potatoes. More than 100 long vines. Cut each piece into 4 to 5 sections. A total of 500 to 600 cuttings can be produced. How many plants are needed for 500 plants? Enough to plant the entire wasteland in the northeast corner of the village. 6 pieces of sweet potatoes turned into 500 seedlings. A seedling becomes a vine. A vine turns into a bunch of sweet potatoes. You are more familiar with memorizing than I am. Not carried on the back. Just calculated it again? Then I no longer think it is a miracle. The green one is Chinese cabbage. It was planted 25 days ago. Collected again today. What's on top of those cages? Said it was a new crop. A vine planted in the ground can survive. An acre can grow. I know you can rest assured. I'm not afraid of a little girl. It's okay for him to struggle alone. But if the entire Kingshen village learns, cut a vine into 4 or 5 sections. Every section can live. He said he could live. Last time you said it couldn't grow too long. Hundreds of roots grew. I've taken a good look at a section that's about 3 to 4 sections long. Insert at an angle of 45 degrees. The bottom 2 sections will grow roots after being put into the soil. The upper 2 sections are left on the ground to grow leaves later. I will only demonstrate once. Insert at an angle of 45 degrees. Roots will grow after 2 sections of soil. Leave a section on the ground. After 2 leaves, a vine grows. Pour rooting water thoroughly. Watered enough for the first time. No need to water it every day later. My hands are for picking vegetables, not for seedlings. Inclined at 45 degrees. Buried in 2 pieces. Short leaf 45 days after sowing. A single piece weighs half a pound and reaches the standard. Still sweet. All short leaf 13 harvested 45 days after sowing. 1. 2 roots and 3 roots. This radish is dried and dried. Save it for winter when you make porridge. Throw 2 pieces in. It's not just about drinking porridge that can reflect people's shadows. Shortleaf 13 is a conventional species. If you can save some seeds, you can plant another batch this fall. Keep a few of the biggest ones and don't pull them out. Survive the winter. Leave the seeds for yourself after they bloom and produce seeds next year. No more digging out of your backpack. It's too straight. If you tilt it at the bottom, you can get more rats. The first batch of 6 sweet potatoes transplanted. More than 100 long vines emerged. Cut each piece into 4 to 5 sections. Common 560 to 600 shares. Cuttings in the ground. Base work in late May. Close before mid-event in October. Organic fertilizer conditions. No fertilizer technology. The variety advantage of 26 is discounted. A conservative estimate of the yield per moo is 2,500. If you manage it well, you can get a discount of 3,000. Minimum total output is 1,000 kilograms. There can be another reduction in early July. I used to carry 20 loads of water every day. Can only water 3 minutes of land. I didn't pick anyone today. A whole piece of dragon platform was poured. You don't have to choose anymore. Sister King, there's something underground. It's still early and it's just beginning to expand. It will grow to the size of a fist in autumn. The largest one can weigh more than a pound. Sister Galaxy, there are bulges under the sweet potato vines. You saw. This was not available yesterday. Got it today. What are you calculating? Shovel hard. Shovel hard.
How many?
We have to let old Moramasa know. King girl, your face looks like this. Something happened in the field. Uncle Zhao. I calculated the yield per moo. Sit tight first. A conservative yield of 2,000 caddies per acre of land. Normal 2,500. If you take care of it, you can recharge 3,000. I've lived 60 years. 1 moo of millet. Yields about 200 jin in a good year. Less than 100 jin in a bad year. You say this can yield 2,000 jin. That's 15 times more. At least 10 times more. Depends on the weather. Conservative estimate 2,000. Normally 2,500. Take good care. 3,000. I've calculated it 3 times. Starting today, no one can leave that field unattended. Why is someone stealing crops? No one's stealing, but someone has to watch it, even at night. I'll take the first watch tonight. It's still not clear how much his crop can yield per moo. But judging from the growth, it's gonna be a lot. Last time, these weren't here yet. Now we've even got patrols. That guy on the mule came again today. I saw him once from afar at the village entrance last time. Who is he? Zhao Dafu. Biggest grain dealer in Qingxi town. In good years, when our millet harvest is good, he lowers the price and buys it up. In bad years, he sells at high prices. He controls grain from a dozen villages around here. How long did he look today? Longer than last time. Last time, he just glanced and left. This time, he watched for a long time. He walked away slower than when he came. Uncle Zhao, you take the first watch. I'll take the second. Aren't you worried Zhao Dafu could just say one word in the county? And he's more influential than the county magistrate. I am worried. But I want to know even more. Why a grain dealer stared at a field of crops for so long. What did he see? He saw something. Kingshan village might not need him anymore in the future. What are these two? Plant corn and it can grow taller than a person. Each stalk grows 1 or 2 big ears. Each ear is full of kernels, golden kernels. You can eat them as food. Chili pepper. When you grow this, you'll know what spicy really means. But first-timers might get scared. Why would they be scared? Because spicy isn't a taste, it's pain. How can something grown be pain? Just bury it straight in the ground, about an inch deep. 2 seeds per hole. In case one doesn't sprout, the other can still make it. Water well after covering with soil, then just wait for it to grow. Gendon 958 hybrid seeds. F1 generation is fine for 1 season. But you can't plant what you harvest directly. The offspring mix too much. Can't save those seeds. You can, but not right away. Takes 5 or 6 years. Plant. Pick the best each time for seed. The next generation will be all mixed up. Tall ones, short ones, all kinds. Pick again, plant again. Year by year, the seed gets better suited. So it'll adapt to our land. The first year, let it just survive. How tall does it grow? Take good care of it, and it'll outgrow you. Pepper seeds are small. Don't bury them deep. Just sprinkle them on the soil and cover with a thin layer of fine dirt, just enough to cover them. When watering, don't use a big stream, just sprinkle. Does this really hurt? What hurts? Eating chili feels like you've been bitten. But that's better than starving. Don't pick these to eat. Don't pick. Let them keep growing, till they bloom, till they make seeds. These are for seed saving. Do this every season from now on. Always pick the best for seeds. Each year, save the best ones. Select generation after generation. 3 to 5 years later, this variety will be even better than now. Better for this soil, this weather, and these bugs. Sister King, how long till we can eat these 3? Peppers the fastest, maybe a little over 2 months. Corn takes longer. Wait till fall. What about these bok choy? These aren't for eating. These are for next year. So next year we can eat even more. So much next year, we can't finish it all. King, how many do you cut? Pick the sturdiest ones. Cut only 1 or 2 shoots per plant. Too many, and the base won't grow well. We're not growing them to eat this time. They're for seed saving. Last time we cuttings in late May. By mid-October we could harvest. This time we did it in July. Growing period is only about 100 days. The tubers will be smaller. Too small to eat? You can eat them. But they're even better for trying to save a seed. Small tubers have lots of buds, so you get more sprouts. In early spring next year, these small tubers are the seed potatoes. Last time, Sister King cut 1 long vine into 4 or 5 pieces. This time, the vines are half as long. How many can you get? Last time, they were from the seedbed. More than 1 meter long. 4 or 5 pieces. This time, they're cut from the main field vines. About 1.5 feet each branch. Just 2 or 3 pieces per vine. Shorter, but sturdier. Short ones are even tougher than long ones. The short ones grew up out in the field. They faced wind and sun, stronger than those from the seedbed. Cuttings from these are more likely to survive. This batch of vines is short. Each can only be cut into 2 or 3 pieces. Each is about 14 to 15 centimeters. Leave 3 to 4 nodes. Plant diagonally into the soil. Keep 1 or 2 leaves above the ground. Second-generation seedbed vines are shorter than first-generation ones. Only 2 or 3 cuttings per vine, but they root better. Vines grown in the field are tougher than those from the seedbed. Early July, second round of propagation. Cuttings from this batch take about 100 days. Ready to harvest by mid-October. Tubers will be smaller. All saved for next year's seed potatoes. Each small tuber can produce 20 to 30 sprouts. Next spring, take them out of storage and sprout them. Enough to plant dozens of moo. Dozens of moo. So does that mean soon we won't go hungry? Yeah. Next year we won't have to starve. Sister King, how much longer for these peppers? Not long, about a month. The first green peppers can be picked. Will it really sting? You'll know when you try it. Just these tiny seedlings can really grow into what you said? Give it another month. You come pick them yourself. I've lived half my life. Never heard of a vegetable that can hurt you. Don't pull them. It'll hurt the plant. The shears are at the field's edge. Want to learn how to cut? Come during the day tomorrow. Xiao Dafu's people. Next time, they'll bring more than just burlap sacks. These are chili peppers, the long, thin kind. They're pretty spicy. Let's pick a few red ones and try them. Let the rest grow a bit more. Don't rub your eyes after touching chili peppers. Why not? Because you'll regret it. King Sis, is this the pain you talked about? Picked but haven't tasted yet. It doesn't smell painful. You taste it first. Water, water. Just this little thing can hurt this much. Fresh picked. Pretty spicy. They're well grown. This color looks dangerous. No, it's not. It's capsaicin that comes from the chili itself. Put them in the soup. The soup turns spicy. I can tell just by the smell it's gonna be intense. Can't describe this taste. My mouth's burning. But I want another bite. Way better than wild veggie dumplings. But it's biting my mouth. Hurts, but I still want a drink. I've lived 60 years. All the good food I've had, none is as powerful as this bowl of soup. My mouth hurts, but my heart feels warm. You can save seeds from these. Yep, this batch is the long pepper kind. The thin ones are good for drying. Wait till autumn when they're fully red. Pick and string them up. Hang them under the eaves. Throw one in when cooking in winter. Spicy and keeps out the cold. One bite and your body warms up. In winter, what we're most afraid of is the cold. Winter in the mountains chills you to the bone. Chilies heat the body up, not to fight the cold. They make the blood flow faster. When cooking porridge in winter, add half a chili. Even a bowl of porridge can warm you up. King Sis, last time you said spiciness isn't a flavor.
It's pain.
I believe it now. But it's really good. It's the swelling period. From now to late September, these 50 days. It's when the sweet potatoes grow fastest. They grow a bit every day. A little bit each day. Yeah. But there's a catch. Need enough fertilizer for the roots. They need a lot of potassium. Potassium carbonate from wood ash is exactly what they're lacking now. Starting today, save all the wood ash from the stove. Spread it at the base. Scatter wood ash as the main fertilizer for these 50 days. Works right away. And there's manure. From everyone's chicken and pig pens. Don't apply it directly. Gotta ferment it first. Dig a pit to ferment it now, just in time to apply after autumn harvest. Prepare the soil over winter. Next spring it'll be fertile. How to ferment it? Dig a pit. Layer manure and weeds together. Press down and cover with soil. Turn it once after a month. Another month to ferment. Then spread it on the field. I'll go call Aunt Wang. Her chicken pen needs cleaning. The manure pit is 4 feet long, 3 feet wide and 2 feet deep. Start with dry grass on the bottom to absorb moisture. Then layer manure and weeds alternately. Cover it with a layer of soil. Press down and turn it after a month. Another month, then it's ready for the field. Just like pickling veggies. Yeah, just like that. 1 layer of veggies, 1 layer of salt. Here, 1 layer manure, 1 layer grass. Same principle. It's all fermentation. I know this well. Where to dig the pit? Keep it away from the water source and away from houses. There's open space at the field's edge. Got it? I'll dig it this afternoon. How many layers of manure? As many as you can. More manure and grass means more fertilizer comes out.
Understood.
Who dug the manure pit next to my kitchen? Mom, it stinks outside. Good layering of manure. Plenty of grass. The pit is nicely squared. 4 feet long and 3 feet wide. 2 feet deep is right. Li Lozen. So this morning, the girl said as many layers as possible. I did 6 layers. And pressed down with soil. Did as you said, kept it away from the water source. Also away from homes. My house is dozens of steps away. Why didn't you dig it by your door? No open space at my door.
Ahem.
The pit is well dug. Laid properly too. Just one thing. Next time, don't dig near kitchen or house. So this pit. Move it first thing tomorrow. Move everything, manure and soil, to the field edge. Let's move it. King Sis, Uncle Liu really embarrassed himself this time. That the pit's really well dug. 4 feet long, 3 feet wide, 2 feet deep. Measurements are spot on. Did 6 layers. Even more than I asked for. So he actually learned. Just forgot to ask where to dig the pit. King Sis, last time you said, wait till it grows taller than you. Now it's 2 heads taller than me. Corn kernels are grown, but still soft. Haven't hardened yet? Pick it now. Juicy tender kernels. Raw is sweet. Boiled tastes even better. It's ready to pick. King Sis, the chili peppers are ready in the field. Pick the ripe ones. Let the rest keep growing. Wait till they're all red, dry them and string them up. King Sis said, you can eat this raw. It's sweet, really. She's never been wrong. Bite. Why is it so hard to chew? Is this outer layer a leaf? The leaf is edible too. Shinge Sis said, it's ready to eat when it's ripe. Just gotta chew longer. It's way too tough. Are you sure?
He said it's good to eat when ripe.
Didn't say anything else. If it's too tough, forget it. Wait. You can't eat the husk. Come on, now you say it. Didn't you just tell me to chew longer? I just found out too. Look inside. This part is edible. Dog egg, it's all your fault. You said the corn was sweet. Didn't say you can't eat the husk. What did you guys eat?
Corn.
What corn? Where's corn? You ate the husk. The husk is the outer skin of the corn cob. Can't eat it, too fibrous. Can't digest it, so no husk. Dog egg, why didn't you peel off the husk first? Were you starving or what? Shinge Sis, she didn't say peel it last time. Raw corn you don't need to peel. I never said that. 4 boys ate 4 corn cobs, husk and all. Dog egg, ask clearly next time before calling me. Try stir-frying these two together. Sweet and spicy. Should work in theory. But there's no oil. Might stick to the pan. Without oil, stir-fried corn. The kernels are tough and dry. No salt either. Sweet and spicy are just their own flavors. No base taste at all. If we were in my hometown, honestly, it's not that good. Huh? What did you say? I smell something delicious. What tasty stuff? This corn is different from last time. Last time was sweet. This time it's sweet plus sugar. Your stomach's not fully recovered. Eat less. Way tastier than wild veggie dumplings. What I meant by not so good. But they're eating it like it's the best thing ever. Maybe it's not for your taste buds to decide. It's for your stomach. It's decided by how many times you've been hungry through winter. From Willow Village, came over 2 mountains. Brother? Someone from our village passed by your entrance last month. He went back and said your fields had crops, with leaves and vines all over the ground. Totally different from any crops we've ever seen. He said you can harvest 2,000 jin per acre. Where's that person from your village? He saw your fields right at the village entrance. He just stood up on the hill at the entrance and took a look. He didn't go inside the village. Whether it's 2,000 jin or 3,000 jin, it's all Kingshan Village's deal. Willow Village came over 2 mountains, just to have a look. Brother, our village is just like yours. Poor land, not enough seeds. Every spring we starve to death. I'm from Willow Village. Our headman sent me here. You're growing something I don't know in your field. I need to see it myself. I'm not here to steal. I just want to ask if we can grow this in our village too. Uncle Zhao, take them to see. Brother, how much can you really harvest from 1 acre? I've lived 60 years. A good year you get 200 jin of millet per acre. For this, even being cautious, 2,000 jin is normal, 2,500 too. With good care, even 3,000. All of this was planted by that girl from out of town. Not just her. We helped plant too. Don't rub your eyes after touching. It'll sting. Hurts worse than fire. Last time it hurt so bad I shoved my head in a water pit. Brother, you guys won't go hungry this winter, right? Hey, 60 years alive. First time I'm not worried about winter. This is called sweet potato. No seeds needed. You plant the vines by cutting and sticking them. Cut one vine into a few pieces. Stick each piece in the ground and they'll all grow. 1 acre can yield over 2,000 jin. But there's a catch. You have to follow the right system. Plow raised beds, plant vines at an angle, water and fertilize on time. You can't skip any step. If you just bury them, they won't grow. So if we want to plant, what do we do? Next year on Qingming Festival, Kingshan Village will supply the starter plants. I'll prep the seedlings. You just come get them. How do we plant them then? I'll go to your village and check your fields with you. Each field needs a different method. How much for the seedlings? They're free, but you have to agree to 3 things. Name them. First, you must follow the system when you plant them. Plow raised beds, water and fertilize. Don't just toss them in the dirt. Second, when you grow vines, share cuttings with the next village next year.
Third,
After you learn the method, pass it to others. Willow Village will follow this rule. Girl, these aren't rules just for us, right? They're for every village that comes for seedlings later. Pass these rules on, and every village here will farm this way now, just like you said. That grain dealer Zhao is gonna blow his top. Doesn't matter if he is. He doesn't control the seeds anymore. Uncle Liu, you think Willow Village will really follow the rules? That old Chung guy is smart. He didn't even blink when he agreed. This hasn't been easy for us. And now we just give it away for free, not even asking for seed money. Don't forget 1/2 a year ago you didn't have any seeds. Who gave them to you? That girl from King offered to work our fields. Ever charged you a coin? Sister King said, the more you share this, the more you get. If you don't share, they just rot in the dirt. But if you do, they'll keep growing in your neighbor's field. She's right. Plant it by yourself, just one field. Or the whole area, or the whole mountain. Willow Village came. Pretty soon, Stone Ditch and Great Willow Village will too. These 3 promises you made today. Every village will have to promise from now on. Uncle Zhao, do you think these promises will work? If they work or not, depends on the first village to try. When they come for seedlings next Qingming, will they come with empty baskets? Or bring even more villages with them? Officials, what's going on? We got an anonymous report. There's something strange in Kingshan Village's fields. Vines covering the ground, yields in the thousands per acre. No regular crop can do that. Deputy Magistrate sent us to investigate. If it really is something evil, destroy it on the spot and bring the grower in for questioning at the county office. Who reported it? Anonymous. The field is at the northeast corner of the village. I'll take you to see if it's witchcraft or not. Once you see it, you'll know. You're the one who planted this field, and the one you want to question. This is the crop that yields thousands of jin per acre. Sweet potato planted early April, transplanted late May. It's grown for over 4 months. Irrigation ditches follow the contour line. Rain runs down the hillside, flows into the holding pool, and then moves to the field by itself. No one carries water, just uses gravity differences. Dig one up for me. This is edible. Raw, it's sweet. Cooked, even tastier. Want to try one yourself? And decide if it's evil or not. You try it too. Kingshan Village has a new crop. I tasted it myself, not witchcraft. Did you plant all this too? Corn planted in June. Inside are golden kernels. It's good as food. That one's chili pepper. What's chili pepper? A spice. Burns in your mouth like fire. Eat it in winter, warms you up. Where'd you get these seeds? Very far away. Over many mountains past the range. Do you know who sent the anonymous tip? The grain dealer Zhao in town. He's worried Kingshan Village won't buy his grain anymore. Checked already. These are all crops, not witchcraft. Go ahead and harvest. After harvesting, send a basket to the county office. Let the county lord taste it. Let me know when you bring it. I'll take it to the county lord myself. This report came from the county officials. Sent by Qian Yud in the county town. He works with that grain dealer Zhao. They've been in contact for a long time. He knows this stuff is real. The report isn't about witchcraft. It's just to buy time. Can't harvest while under investigation. They said you can't touch crops till they're done checking. Chief Sun just said, it's not witchcraft, officers checked. You can harvest your crops now. Chief Sun is a smart man. Really give a basket of sweet potatoes to the county office. Not just deliver. Make Chief Sun hand it right to the county lord. That crook wrote a whole report. But it's not as good as Chief Sun taking a bite. Second potato, third, fourth. Smallest is bigger than a fist. 5 on each plant. Each weighs over half a jin. Just one will fill me for a day. 5 per plant. Just look at this whole field. Everybody see that? I've lived 60 years. Never seen so many roots on one plant. It really is something. What are you staring at? Look at mine. Yours is nothing. Mine looks like a tiny pumpkin. Put the cracked ones in the left basket to eat first. Good ones go on the right. 6 months ago, this was all wasteland. I said it was more rocks than dirt. This batch won't grow big. Growth time's too short. Just 40 or 50 days. Can't get as big as the ones on Long Tai. But these weren't for eating anyway. These small sweet potatoes have lots of shoots. Much better for planting than the big type. One small potato can give you 20 or 30 new plants. Just like those 6 big starter plants we used before. Over 200 second-generation plants. Each gives 4 or 5 small potatoes. Together that's over 1,000 seed potatoes. All these are for seed only. Not one of them is for eating. Next spring, all these 1,000+ potatoes will be used as seed. Enough for several acres. Next year starts with this basket. So where do we put these 2 baskets? Keep them by the threshing ground. Far from the big ones, don't mix them. Now he's 2 heads taller than me. Time to harvest, I get it now. Peel it before you eat. How many kernels on this ear? 400 or 500. 1 ear per plant. Good ones can have 2 ears. This is worth more than sweet potatoes. How many sweet potatoes per plant? This one has hundreds of kernels per plant. Keep all the ears for seeds. How much can you plant next year? You can't keep them all. These seeds will grow fine for 1 season. But if you keep seeds from that harvest and plant them next year, they won't be the same height. Ear shape will change too. Yield can drop by 30 to 40%. A 30 to 40% drop. Still need to save 400 or 500 kernels. Even having 1 ear beats millet. It's not just halved. Each generation gets worse. Uncle Zhao, this corn isn't like sweet potatoes. You grow sweet potatoes from vine cuttings. Cut a piece and plant it in the dirt. It grows exactly the same as before. Corn grows from seeds. The seeds change. This tea grows well. But if you plant its seeds, the next generation gets messy. Tall, short, big heads, small heads. Every plant is different. And each generation is worse. I've grown millet my whole life. Director Liu's millet never got worse either. Millet is a standard crop. This corn isn't. It's from two different kinds of corn. First generation is best. Second generation gets scattered. If you want it to stay stable and save your own seeds, it takes 5 or 6 years. You have to pick the best each generation and replant. How do you pick for 5 or 6 years? This year, just keep the very best 10 to 20 years. Plant them separately next year. Then each one will look different. Pick the best from those. Strong stalks, big ears. Do it again the year after. Year after year. Until they all grow even again. Only keep the best 10 to 20 ears. Eat the rest. Eat them or grind to flour. Eat the other few hundred bundles. That's better than keeping all for seed. Breeding is about quality, not quantity. The better, the better. The best 10 to 20 ears are more likely to produce better offspring than hundreds of average ones. Not saving seeds from such good crops? I've lived half my life and never seen this before. It's a shame not to save seeds from such good crops. It's not that we don't keep any. We only keep the very best. Aunt Wang, you raise chickens. Out of a brood of chicks, do you keep them all? Or just the best layers? Of course, I only keep the best ones that lay eggs. Raise the rest for meat. It's the same for breeding. These dozens of corn ears are like that batch of chicks. Only keep the strongest 10 to 20 for seed. Eat the rest. Next year, pick the best from those offspring again. Year by year. Until every plant is as good as these years. 5 or 6 years, if you say so. Old man, I trust you. These ears are the ancestors of Kingshan village corn. All future corn here starts from these few ears. Pick them all. Pick all the red ones. String them up to dry. Let the green ones grow longer. More will turn red. Don't pick those few. Those are for seeds. Let them stay on the plant till they're fully ripe. Pick them when the husk softens and kernels turn black. Saving chili seeds is different from bok choy. For bok choy, keep the whole plant. Let it bolt, flower, and set seed. You don't need to keep the whole chili plant. Just save the best few fruits. Wait till they're fully ripe and pick them. Cut them open and scoop out the seeds. Dry them, and they're next year's seeds. Save seeds from these few too. Sister Xingge, that Lu Zhongpu. Pick the ones with yellowed nails first. Just rub them lightly and seeds come out. Keep the full black ones. Blow away the shriveled ones. So many seeds. All for next year's crops. One bok choy can yield hundreds of seeds. These 25 bok choy for seeds are enough for several acres. Used to carry 20 buckets of water every day to water this field. Today, one last bucket to finish this patch. Try this. I followed King's method. Baked in ashes in the stove. Sweet. Early April. You said 1 acre could yield 2,000 pounds. I did the math in my head. Figured 1,000 pounds would already be a blessing. Already lucky from heaven. Harvested today. Calculated out. It's over 2,000 pounds per acre. Tonight is my first night on duty. Tomorrow night too. The crops are in, but thieves are still eyeing them. Eat the damaged ones first. Put the good ones in the cellar. Keep these 2 baskets separate in the cellar. Don't mix them with the eating sweet potatoes. The cellar is ready. There are 2 sections inside. The big section holds regular potatoes. The small one holds seed potatoes. What about the temperature? Put dry grass on the cellar floor. The wall side is the warmest. Put the seed potatoes over there. Leave a vent at the door. If it gets even colder, cover with grass mats. Uncle Zhao, you've stored radishes before. Sweet potatoes are similar to radishes. They can't stand cold or stuffiness. Put a basin of water in the cellar. If it dries out, sweet potatoes wilt. Store radishes well. You can eat them all winter. Sweet potatoes are about the same. All dug from the earth. There. Afraid of freezing, not poverty. Each plant can sprout 20 or 30 shoots next year. Thousands of seedlings. Each will produce 20 or 30 shoots. Raise all the seedlings together in spring. Can plant dozens of acres. Uncle Zhao, give me that half acre of wasteland. Next year I can expand to dozens of acres. I'm keeping this one for myself. Not to eat, just to look at. Keep it in my room. Look at it every morning. 60 years I've lived. First time I know. The cellar can get full. 6 big baskets outside. 2 baskets of seed potatoes inside. On the kitchen rafters, 19 corn cobs. 19 strings of peppers under the eaves. A bag of bok choy seeds. Next spring. Finish the ones outside first. Don't touch the ones inside. This ledger is for people to see. The other one is only for me. This account book is for others to check. How much food is stored in the cellar? How much tax is to be paid? How much salt was exchanged in town? All recorded inside. Each entry has a little duck drawing after it. From today on, all grain stores in Qingxi town stop buying. Qingshan village won't sell a single grain, not even an ounce of salt from Qingshan village. Not selling salt. Then what do we use to trade? Manager Zhao said. That outsider girl in your village taught you. 1 church sealed per village. 10 churches, 10 seals. Sorry about that. How do we get through winter with no salt? Farming for half a year, we collected 6 big baskets. He says if he doesn't want to sell, he won't. Who does he think he is? He's the biggest grain dealer in Qingxi town. The folks in the county work for him. Our village only has 1 road. That road passes by his granary. All right. Girl, what do you think we should do? The road to Qingxi town is blocked. Then we'll take another road. It's delivered. Delivered and read out loud in front of the whole village. How did everyone react? No one said a word. That girl from out of town was holding a seed potato. She didn't say a word the whole time. Silence is harder to deal with than insults. Qingshan village is just 1 village. Is all this really necessary for just 1 village? 1 village isn't a threat. The problem is that 1 village could teach 10 villages. And 10 villages could teach 100. When that happens, Will you still be able to sell your millet at the counter? If he teaches one village, I'll block off one too. By next year's Qingming festival, those seedlings he promised to Willow Village, not a single one will make it out. Shopkeeper of Qingshan Village. I don't know if I should say this. Go ahead. That girl from out of town didn't say a word the whole time. But the look in her eyes wasn't fear. She was thinking of another way. When I rode off on my mule, I glanced at him, and then at the seedling in his hand. She wasn't looking at me. The seeds are safely stored in the cellar. That puts my mind at ease a little. What about the rest? That depends on next year's Qingming festival. When Willow Village comes for the seedlings with their bamboo towers. How will Zhao Dafu try to stop them? He can block the grain, but he can't block sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes grow in the ground, not in his accounting room. That's true. But winter's still long. You can bet Zhao Dafu won't just sit around. It's not that they won't accept it. They just won't let us in. We couldn't even step through the door. The clerk blocked the entrance. Manager Zhao said, they won't take any grain from Qingshan Village. We tried 2 other shops. Manager Wu's place, Manager Qian's. We knocked for ages, but the door stayed closed. People inside said they won't do business with Qingshan Village. Not a single grain accepted. And they won't sell even a pound. Tried trading millet with them. Salt's not free, you know. It's not that they won't trade. They just won't trade with us. The salt shops closed too. All the grain shops in town, all the salt shops. None of them will deal with Qingshan Village. Uncle Liu. Did any of those grain shops put up notices? Yeah, black words on white paper. Whoever trades with Qingshan Village is against Zhao Defu. Stamped with the Qingxi grain shop seal. Without salt and pickles, nothing lasts. What do we put in porridge for winter? Just plain porridge. If we have to have plain porridge, then so be it. Half a year ago, we didn't even have porridge. Having dry food is already something. You can tough it out. The kids can tough it out. Old Liu can tough it out. It's not just salt. Come spring next year, we'll need to replace hose, fix the plow. We're short on seeds. Used to trade millet in town for them. Now millet can't even get through. What do we trade with? Or do we just bow to Zhao Defu? He blocked us off. Just because that outsider girl taught Liushu Village. If we say we won't teach anymore, and stop giving out seedlings, will he lift the ban then? Bowing our heads? We worked the land for half a year, just enough for our own food. Why should we bow to him? Why? Because he's the biggest grain dealer in Qingxi town. Because he can make it so we can't even buy salt. If you don't bow, how do you get salt? How do you get new hose? Still can't bow. You really think you'll last through winter without bowing? And next spring, how will you fix the plow? Dig with your hands. Bowing won't work. Zhao Dafu blocked Qingshan Village. Not because we taught Liushu Village, but because we grew sweet potatoes. 3,000 jin per mu. What he fears isn't us teaching others. It's that later nobody needs to buy grain from him. You lower your head? He still won't lift the ban. 'Cause he doesn't want an apology. He wants us to fail with sweet potatoes. So what do? Not bow. Uncle Liu, besides Qingxi town. What's the closest town to us? Head north, over 2 ridges, and you reach Qingxi town. It's twice as far as Qingxi.
Takes an extra day each way.
Do they have grain shops in Qingxi? I went there 30 years ago. Zhao Defu hadn't taken over Qingxi back then. The road was far, but we used to go. A day's more walking for a load of grain. Need to walk another day. Is it worth it? Another day's walk. Means you don't have to beg for salt. Makes sense, doesn't it? Brother Chan, you came alone? Zhao Dafu's men reached Liushu village yesterday. Didn't come in, just left a message by the entrance. Sighed if Liushu village keeps in touch with Qingshan village. He won't buy even a single grain of millet from Liushu next year. Won't take a seed. A few families here are afraid. They said if we keep in touch with Qingshan village, they won't be able to farm next year. Why are you here? I'm here to tell you. We can't hold on any longer. A few families said, if they come get seedlings at Qingming, and if Xiao Dafu wants to buy, he won't buy any millet this year. Some don't want to take the risk. They asked me to let you know, Liushu village. Uncle Chan, this morning, our 2 bags of millet were sent back by Qingxi town. Salt shops closed too. Just like you guys. Xiao Defu won't sell a single bit of salt to Qingshan village. But salt isn't just in Qingxi town. Go north over 2 ridges. Qingxi town also has grain shops. Salt shops too. But Qingxi town is too far. So what if it's far? Hunger's worse than distance. It's better than being choked by others. Uncle Chan, you don't have to decide for Liushu village. Just tell me one thing. Have you walked the mountain road north to Qingshui town? 30 years ago I did, before Zhao Defu took over Qingxi. I used to sell millet at Qingshui town. How do you get from Qingshan village to Qingshui town? Leave Qingshan village and head north. Cross the first ridge. There's a fork at the foot of the mountain. Go right. After the fork, walk 2 li to the right. You'll see a stone bridge. Cross the bridge. Then go a bit north and west. You'll find a pine forest there. The 3 biggest pines are near a big boulder. Go north through the pine woods, over the second ridge. And you're in Qingshui town. Yeah, those 3 big pine trees. The largest looks just like an umbrella. See those trees? That's where you cross the ridge. The left fork heads to Wild Boar Ridge. I hunted there before. I've never been down the right path, but that's the direction. Not sure if the stone bridge due north is still there. After 30 years, what if it's gone? Miss, the road hasn't been used for 30 years. My directions might not be exact. The bridge could be gone. The pines struck by lightning. All I can tell you is, that's how we went 30 years ago. That's enough. Follow it tomorrow. Ask again if you can't find the way. I know the direction. Due north is Qingshui town. If you take the wrong fork, just double back. The grain shop in Qingshui town, 30 years ago, was in the middle of town with a locust tree out front. Not sure if it's still there. But ask around when you get there. Someone from Qingshan village came today. They made it to town. Liu Lozhen carried 2 loads of millet and was turned back. He went to 3 grain shops. All were closed. Salt shops too. What about Liushu village? Old Chan went over the mountain to Qingshan village this morning. He went alone. Stayed for a bit, then left empty-handed. How did he look when he left? Not the same as before. Last time he panicked. This time, he seemed calm. Manager Zhao has blocked Kingshan village. Liushu village has sent someone too. It's about time. Yeah, it's about time. The outsider girl got her grain rejected today. No salt, either. Guess what she's thinking sitting on that stone? She's figuring out how to get around Kingshui town. Go see if there's any news near Kingshui town. People in Kingshui town probably don't even know sweet potatoes. You think they'd take this in trade? She brought a raw sweet potato. Let them taste it when she gets there, like Sun Bantu did. You'll know once you eat it. It takes most of the day to cross 2 ridges. If you get hungry, just take a bite. Got it. Sister King, take this with you. If no one there knows about sweet potatoes, just cook them a stir-fried spicy sweet potato. When I come back, I'll vouch for you. Old Chan said, take a ride at the fork. Is it this road on the right or that one? There are 2 ways heading north. I haven't been on the one on the right, but that's the direction. Head straight north, and you'll reach Kingshui town. The road is correct. No one has walked this road for 30 years. It's all overgrown with grass. The fork is hard to spot now, but the roadbed is still there. We're the first to clear this path in 30 years. Which village are you from? We crossed 2 ridges from Kingshan village. Kingshan village, Kingshui town. The one Manager Zhao blocked. So you crossed 2 ridges? I can't take your goods. Look, it's not that I don't want to do business. Zhao Defu has a lot of influence in Kingshui town. Even though Kingshui town isn't under his control, the grain shops all do business with each other. If I buy your goods, it's hard to explain if word gets back to Zhao Defu. You crossed 2 ridges to get here. I can't let you go back for nothing. Tell you what, take your 2 baskets back. I'll pack 2 pounds of salt for you. It's just a small token from me. It's not on the account, but the shop can't buy your goods. Manager Zhang, don't worry about which village I'm from. Look at this item. Have you seen it before? This is called sweet potato. You get over 2,000 pounds per acre. Doesn't need good land. It even grows on hillsides. Kingshan village planted half an acre this year. Harvested 6 big baskets. It's really good stuff. But I can't make the call. Only Zhao Defu can. Why did Zhao Defu block Kingshan village? Not because we upset him, but because he's afraid. He fears this will spread everywhere. Then nobody will need to buy millet from him. Manager Zhang, if you buy my dried sweet potatoes today, are you helping him or yourself? Taste it. If you still say no after tasting, I'll take the baskets back myself. You can keep the salt. It's really good stuff. But if I take both baskets, it won't look good if people hear about it. Tell you what, I'll buy 1 basket. I'll pay you as if it were millet, and I'll weigh a pound of salt for you. Or take both baskets. Exchange the other basket for tools and cloth. Not listed on the shop's account. Just count it as my personal purchase. Hey, weigh 2 pounds of salt. Then check in the back if we have a new hoe. Bring 1 over. The hoe was forged by blacksmith Li. The cloth is thick cotton, very sturdy. Write up 2 records. One is just for my own eyes. The other is in case someone checks. To be honest, I still don't know if taking your goods is a profit or a loss. Zhao Defu has a long reach in Qingshi town. If he finds out, someone in Qingshui town bought grain from Qingshan village. Manager Zhang, I have one more thing for you to see. This is called chili pepper. Just add one when you cook. It gives the soup a whole new flavor. Not salty, not sweet. It's spicy. In winter, add half a pepper. It warms you up right away. This stuff smells really strong. Is it poisonous? It's safe. I'll try it for you. I don't dare take this. What if someone buys it and gets sick? I can't risk that at my grain shop. Next time I'll bring more dried sweet potatoes and some dried chili peppers. If you won't take them, I'll eat them myself. Long-term business. I'll give you a better deal on the salt. But take the back roads when you come. Use the small paths. You're back. Qingshui town's grain shop takes dried sweet potatoes and sells salt. Shopkeeper Zhang said, next time salt will be cheaper. The salty kind. This route really works. King says, where's the chili? Shopkeeper Zhang didn't try it. He said it smells way too strong. He was worried it was poisonous. Zhang's grain shop, Qingshui town, buys dried sweet potatoes. Trades for salt, tools, or fabric. The road's twice as far but passable. Not bitter or harsh. Once dried, it keeps all winter. Millet gets bugs if you keep it too long. This stuff doesn't. Where did it come from? Qingshui town's shop had it behind the counter. I asked where it came from.
He said an out-of-town girl brought it.
She crossed 2 ridges carrying it on a pole. How much for the 2 baskets? 2 pounds of salt and a new hoe. 2 pieces of cloth, not much. But shopkeeper Zhang said these words long-term business. Qingshui town is blocked off. He went north. Qingshui town and Liushu village got closed off. He's still picking up seedlings. I block one road. He finds another. Where will he go next? No more roadblocks. Can't block him anymore. Shopkeeper Kian. Any updates from Magistrate Kian Yud? About the witchcraft case Mr. Kian got last time. They found nothing. He felt embarrassed by that too. If shopkeeper Zhao goes again, he'll probably want to help. This time it's not witchcraft. It's illegal grain trading and dodging land tax. Shopkeeper Zhao trafficking grain is serious. You need proof. He hauled 2 loads of dried sweet potatoes over 2 mountain ridges. Went to Qingshui town to trade for salt. That's not evidence. Qingshan village planted half an acre of sweet potatoes. Got over 1,000 jin. Didn't pay any taxes. That's not proof. Now there's enough evidence. The officers will come for him. He's been taken away. Crops left in the field get abandoned. Constable Sun got a tip-off. Qingshan village's Shen King sold grain illegally, evaded taxes. The magistrate signed the arrest warrant, took her back for interrogation. Last time you came investigating witchcraft, you tasted the sweet potato yourself, wrote down it wasn't witchcraft. Now you say smuggling grain. You know what the real crime is? Xiao Dafu blocked the road to Qingshui town. We couldn't buy a single grain of salt. We crossed 2 mountain ridges, went to Qingshui town for 2 pounds of salt. That's what you call illegal trading. Zhao's warrants were signed by the county, right? I'm just here to bring her in. Who's the informant? Anonymous. Last witchcraft tip-off was anonymous too. Same anonymous person, 2 reports. Constable's son, you've been an officer for years. Ever seen someone get anonymously tipped off twice? I'm just doing my job. If it's wrong, tell the county. I'll go with you. Let me grab one thing from my room first. Let's go. Not happening. She's an outsider girl. Once she's at the county office, can she get back out? And Wang. Don't touch the seed sweet potatoes in the cellar. Use up the ones outside first. Don't use even one from inside. We need them for planting in spring. I have 2 things to say. Remember them. No need to write them down, just keep in mind. First, don't touch the seed potatoes in the cellar. Finish the ones outside, not a single one from inside. Use them to grow seedlings in spring. Make the seedbed like I showed you before, with ash. Use straw mats to keep warm. When the vines are over a foot long, cut and plant them. Second, plant seedlings as usual in the spring. When people from Liushu village come for seedlings, still give them. Zhao Dafu blocked the road, but not the seeds. A promise is a promise. Just because I'm taken away doesn't make it void. Miss, you taught us to grow sweet potatoes. We got a good harvest. Zhao Dafu blocked the road, so you took us to Kingshui town? We made it. Now what can we do to help you? No need, just remember those 2 things. That helps me. At the county office, don't use salt in the food? Time to go. They took you away. Where's he locked up this late? Not back home. Said they have to interrogate him. If I say interrogate, we'll interrogate. Don't make trouble yet. The county meals won't fill her up. I dried my own sweet potatoes. They'll keep me full. Court hearing is this morning. Wait outside the door. When it's time, go in quietly. You'll get punished if you speak in court, got it? Rise. Court in session. Who is below the court? State your name. Shen King, currently living in Pingshan village. Where is your hometown? It's far away. I crossed many mountains. Got caught in a landslide on the way. A hunter from Kingshan village saved me. I can't remember anything from the fall. Not even what direction my home was in. Sir, that landslide happened last March. There were slides around Qinyun Mountain. Kingshan village's hunter really found her in the mountains. Magistrate Qian files the case against Shen King from Kingshan village for illegal grain trading and tax evasion. Your statement, Magistrate Qian. Shen King He, outsider in Kingshan village, grew crops without county approval, illegally planted sweet potatoes, did not pay land tax on the harvest. Early November carried 2 loads of dried sweet potatoes, crossed the mountains to Kingshui town to sell, evaded land tax. The facts about smuggling grain are clear. I request your judgment, sir. Shen King, do you admit to this? Do you admit it? Before I answer the charge, Your Honor, I have 2 questions. First, Magistrate Qian is the prosecutor. May I ask, did you see me dealing grain yourself, or did someone report me? If someone reported me, who was it? Why didn't they come to confront me in court? Second, does the tax law actually mention sweet potatoes? Taxes are set by the court. Just because it's not listed doesn't mean it's not taxed. If it's not listed, how much should I pay? Should it be counted as millet or as rice? Who set the rule? When was it announced? Land tax collection. Strictness sets the standard. With a standard, you have tax amount. There's no sweet potato in the strict rules. Not even a tax amount. What tax am I running from? Let's set land tax aside for now. Second point, illegally trading grain. In early November, you carried 2 baskets of dried sweet potatoes. Went to Kinshui town to trade for 2 pounds of salt, a hoe, and 2 pieces of cloth. Is that true? Yes. But it's not illegal trading. It was barter. Salt route was blocked in Kingshan village by Jia Defour. The whole village can't buy any salt. Crossed 2 ridges to Kingshui town. Took dried veggies from my own field. Traded for salt we need at home. Sir, someone blocked your door. Wouldn't let you buy salt. You climbed over the wall and swapped a scoop with your neighbor. Is this illegal trading? Clever words, slick talk. Sold 2 baskets of sweet potato chips for money, then bought salt and farm tools. Kingshui Town Zhang Grain Store's ledger has it in black and white. Are you saying that's not you? Manager Zhang, does the ledger list Kingshan Village's Shen King? 2 baskets of sweet potato chips, traded for 2 pounds of coarse salt, a hoe, and 2 pieces of cloth. Does it say barter or sale? Manager Zhang wrote barter, not sale. Barter, no cash exchanged. If you don't believe me, sir, send someone to Kinshui town. Put the 2 ledgers side by side. If they don't match, I'll admit guilt. There's no sweet potato mentioned in the land tax rules. I accept that. The lawsuit says you traded grain illegally, but you carried dried veggies, traded for salt. Barter, no cash involved. Not enough evidence. Sir, even if sweet potato isn't listed in the rules, even if Kingshui town is just smoke and mirrors, he grew half an acre of sweet potatoes, harvested over 1,000 pounds, never paid a cent of tax. How do you count this money? Crop not listed in the rules. How can I calculate, sir? What standard should I use? Sir, there's no sweet potato standard in the rules. So I set one myself. Used millet to grain ratio. How much grain for 1 acre of sweet potato? How much tax to pay? I calculated everything by this standard. This is my ledger. Started recording from the day I planted. Every planting record. Each barter transaction. Every grain conversion per acre. Land tax is included. Not recorded just now. Sir, this ledger was kept by Shen King herself. It can't be used as proof. Who knows if her records are true? She's just an outsider girl. What if the ledger is forged? Every entry has a witness mark. That trade at Zhang's grain store in Kingshui town. His store ledger records the same numbers. Sir, send someone to Kingshui town and compare the 2 ledgers. If they don't match, I'll admit guilt. If they match, Mr. Qian, where did the did not pay a single cent claim in the lawsuit come from? Mr. Qian, you say Kingshan village paid no land fees in your lawsuit. This ledger records grain conversion and millet paid. Are you sending someone to Kingshui town to verify? Or just admitting to it now? The numbers in this lawsuit don't add up. Case closed. No actual evidence of grain smuggling by Shen King of Kingshan Village. No clear evidence of dodging land tax. Released in court.
Let's go. Back to the village. We can go home now. We can go home now. The seed mice in the cellar are waiting for spring planting. Willow Village's seedlings will still be given during King Mean. Uh-huh. It's settled. Acquitted and released. What about Qian Yud? The magistrate told him to send someone to Qingshui town to check accounts. He didn't dare respond. As soon as the ledger was open, he stayed silent. You can't use the government against this woman anymore. Then what do you do? Last night, I left first with Odd Wang and Liu Laozen, afraid we'd miss court. This group left before dawn, just arrived. Sister Qinghe, you're out. We walked pretty far. Uncle Shitu carried the basket, leading the way. Got to the county office. They said court wasn't over yet. Are the seeds still in the cellar? Yeah, the cellar door is sealed tight. I walked by and checked. Gun bugged me all night yesterday. Asked when you'd be back, Sister Qinghe. I said soon. He said no. Has to see Mom in person. Stop talking. I told him it's okay. Clean people stay clean. Once the ledger opened, who would dare say you dodged taxes? Spent a night in the woodshed. Nothing much otherwise. Just that the woodshed is stuffy, no windows. All right. Now that you're out, stop mentioning the woodshed. Let's go. You've been here half a year. Never even toured the county. Perfect day to catch the market. Haha, everyone's here. Let's go. While it's still early, show King around. Boss, how much is your salt? Rough salt, 30 coins a pound. Fine salt, 50 coins. Fine salt comes from the capital. No stock at this shop. 30 coins a pound. We were in Qingshui town. Traded a basket of dried sweet potatoes for 2 pounds of salt. Also got a hoe. This price for dried sweet potatoes. What's sweet potato? Our village grows this new crop ourselves. Yield 3,000 pounds per acre. You've never seen, right? Here's a bit. Not just a bit. We harvested 6 greenhouses of sweet potatoes this year. Not worried about a bit of salt money. Two streams. Is this expensive? Not really. Take a bite. King, try it too. Tastes good. Made with malt syrup. You know your stuff. Made with malt syrup. This candy is expensive. Small shops can't afford it. King, doesn't our village have sweet potatoes? Can sweet potatoes make candy too? Yeah. But sweet potatoes make syrup. It's soft to make sugar-coated fruit. You need cane sugar. But syrup works for other candies, cakes, dipping rice cakes. Next year, after harvesting sweet potatoes, we can exchange for salt. Also make candy. Boss, what's your price for millet this year? Almost 20% lower than last year. Zhao Dafu keeps pushing prices down. Next year, we won't sell millet. Switch to dried sweet potatoes. Have you heard? County court opened this morning about Kingshan Village. The village with 3,000 pounds per acre. Yep, the accused is an outsider girl. Zhao Dafu claims she was trafficking grain. Guess what happened? The girl pulled out a ledger in court, shut the county clerk up, acquitted. County clerk was stumped. Who is she? Keon Yude. How many years as county clerk in Kingshi County? 12 years. 12 years. All the tax archives you handled, I've checked them. Past 3 years, 20 cases. Numbers don't match audit records. Difference is about 300 taels of silver. I gave you a chance in court. Told you to send people to check accounts in Qingshui town. You didn't respond, so I questioned you in private. How much does a Gao Dafu give you yearly? Those 20 problematic files, I could send them to the main court. How would the main court judge? You know. Sir, I admit my guilt. Please show mercy. 12 years as county clerk. Aside from Zhao Dafu's money, you did some good. Last time with the flood, you stayed at the levee for 3 days and nights. Because of that, I won't send you to the main court. But your county post, you resign yourself. Submit your resignation within 3 days. Go home and farm now. Bring Zhao Dafu. Zhao, have a seat. Qian, you confessed. How much silver did you send him all these years? How many favors did he do for you? You falsely accused Shen Qingyi from Kingshan Village. By law, you get counter punishment. Fine 500 taels of silver. Pay up in 3 days. Admit there's one more thing. Qian, you'd already resigned. Starting today, no one in Kingshi County covers for you anymore. One last advice. Kingshan Village issue ends here. 500 taels, deliver in 3 days. Salt and cloth are all here. King, anything else to buy? If we don't leave, it'll be dark. Nope, let's go. Miss Shen, you're leaving? Heading home. Otherwise, it'll be dark. Copy of the verdict. Qian Yu took bribes, perjury in county court, abused power, resigned his post. Zhao Dafu falsely accused good people, Find 500 taels of silver. Pay in 3 days. County clerk dismissed. Zhao Dafu fined 500 taels. Magistrate said 500 taels. Next time, no fine, straight to jail. Old man seen 60 years. First time farmers defeated grain collectors. Head constable's son. You came specially, just to deliver this paper. Worked in court over 10 years. Always saw prisoners escorted. Never saw officers escorted respectfully. First time today. Mission for spring plowing next year. Your village has good seedlings. Send word. I'll bring county staff to check. Constable's son, what's your name? Sun Zeng, Zeng as an upright. Sun Zeng, got it. From now on, when Qingshan village sends sweet potatoes to the county, write your name on the basket. Don't let magistrate say he has to buy himself. You write my name. He'll dock my salary. Write magistrate Lee's name. That way, it's his own salary docked. Your village benefits too. Basket carries the magistrate's name. No one will ever block your way. In court today, when you took out that ledger, I watched Qian Yu's face from the door. Uncle Zhao, when you gave me barren land half a year ago, did you ever imagine today would happen? 60 years alive. That day on the threshing ground, you said 3,000 pounds per acre. I thought, this girl is either nuts or a fairy. Turns out, neither. Yep. Just a farmer. Knows more about farming than anyone. Today Constable's son said, neighbors are now asking county office about Qingshan village. Wondering if they can plant sweet potatoes next spring. How did you answer? I told Constable's son, people can visit Qingshan village after the winter solstice. Use winter downtime to irrigate together. You plan to use this winter to teach all the neighbors who come. Not really teach. Let them learn to keep records, choose seeds, start seedlings. One Willow Village isn't enough. One Qingshui Road isn't enough. Zhao Dafu got fined 500 taels. But guys like him aren't the only ones. If farmers in every nearby village never get bullied again, each village needs its own ledger. Winter solstice court opens. Old man will inform each village. Stop standing around. King has spent a night in the woodshed. Barely ate. Tonight, sweet potatoes, all you can eat. First one for you, Sister King Hing. Tastes good.
Won't you go up?
Today's first lesson, bookkeeping. He teaches better than I do. My name is Xiao Liuer, granddaughter of the Qingshan village head. Our village grew sweet potatoes this year. We harvested 6 large crates, traded them in Qingshui town for salt, a new hoe, and fabric. Zhao Defu accused us of smuggling. But we had a ledger. Every sweet potato traded out, and every bit of salt traded in was recorded. In court, we opened the ledger, and he couldn't say a single word. Sister King said, farming well isn't enough. You must know bookkeeping. If you don't keep records, they can claim you're evading taxes, or say you're a smuggler. But if you have records, there's a witness for every entry. No one can frame you. Today's first lesson is how to keep books. I'm not as good as Sister King, but I promise you'll learn. I only started learning 3 months ago. If I can learn it, so can you? Young lady, how can illiterate people keep records? Rule number 1. You don't need to read to keep books. Divide each entry into 2 sides. Draw what you give on the left. Like a sweet potato. Draw a circle. On the right, what you get. Like a box for salt. Just remember the symbols you choose. No need for dates. Use tally marks. Draw 3 lines for the 3rd day. Even the simplest way works. Draw a sun. A sun means daytime. A moon means nighttime. A circle with a dot is market day. At the bottom, press a soot-covered thumb on the paper. This is the signature. Signatures can be forged, but fingerprints cannot. Farmed for 20 years. First time someone's taught me this. Not writing, but drawing circles. I can do that. Circles don't need to be perfect, nor do the boxes. Look at my drawings from 3 months ago. When I went to notify the villages, I thought 20 people would be plenty. But this morning, 57 came. Aliu teaches better than I. They don't understand me, but they nod when he speaks. You speak from your mind. He speaks from his experience. For compost, more isn't always better. Don't pack it too tightly. Too tight and the microbes will die. But it shouldn't be too loose either. Too loose and it won't get hot enough. When ready, it turns dark brown. It smells like earthy soil. Not stinky. Once ripe, put it in the field. Next spring, the soil will be loose. Unripe compost burns the roots. Liu San, I heard you dug your first pit, right next to the kitchen. It stank up the whole village all night. What's so funny? I layered it 6 times, more than anyone else. I just forgot to ask where to dig. Uncle Liu dug in the wrong spot, but his pit was the most precise. 4 feet long, 3 feet wide, and exactly 2 feet deep. When you go back to dig pits, follow his measurements. Come, I'll show you the seed potatoes. More precious than the compost pits. Small ones have dense buds. Better for seeds than large ones. 1 small potato gives 30 sprouts. Come in spring to get sprouts. I'll have them ready for you. But in the long run, you must learn to save your own seeds. Egg-sized is better than fist-sized. Small ones for seeds, large ones for eating. So separate them during harvest. Store seeds and food separately. Don't wait until spring to pick. You won't be able to tell by then. Once seed potatoes are in the cellar, don't keep moving them. Each move damages a batch. Store them until spring. And don't lose a single basket. Stone, our village has no cellar. Then dig one. Find a sunny, sheltered slope, just like the one in our village. Keep seeds in the warmest spot by the wall. Leave a vent at the door. Block it with straw when it gets cold. If unsure, come ask me in Kingshan. You did well today. I almost forgot my next line once. My mind went blank. And then? Then I remembered what An Wang said. You paused before showing the ledger in court. She said you whispered to yourself. No big deal. So I thought that too. Sister King, I never imagined I could have 50 people listen to me. That line, farming well isn't enough. You must know bookkeeping. Was that your idea or did I teach you? My own idea. Why? Then it was your lesson. Not mine. Young lady, I'll teach your method. To my village first. I'll come back in spring to learn about raising seedlings. Come during tomb sweeping day. I'll bring the whole Willow village. Well said. If my son were still alive, he would have seen this today. What's the lesson tomorrow? Seed selection and sprouting. You'll teach the planting part. You help me for 6 months. You know which steps go wrong. All right. I've lived 60 years, but with the same land and seeds. Some grow tall, and some stay short. Why is that? Sister King, last year's corn wasn't like this. Every stalk was the same height. Last year was the first generation, bred from 2 best parents. Every plant was similar. But the second generation is a mess. This is the second generation. From the best stalks last year, their offspring began to change. Tall ones, short ones, early bloomers, late bloomers, purple stems, green stems, all split up. Should we still keep them? Yes, not only keep them, but pick the best from them. Last year's uniform ones were like identical twins from top parents, like twins, but the children of twins can't all be identical. These two came from the same ear, but they brought out all their ancestors' traits. The tall one takes after his grandpa, the short one after his grandma. The purple stem might be from a great-grandpa. The whole family traits skip a generation. It's like 2 mild-tempered people having a child who
Takes after a grumpy grandfather.
stubborn as a mule. Yes, that's it. So which ones should we keep? The strong stalks, the large ears, and the pest-resistant ones. From this whole field, pick only the best 10 or so stalks. Plant their seeds next year, and it will still be mixed. But there will be more good ones among the chaos than this year. Pick the best ones year after year. After 5 or 6 years, they'll be orderly again. By then, they'll adapt to our soil, even better than the first generation did last year. This isn't a step back. It's them showing us every trait hidden by their ancestors, all laid out for us to see. What we need to do is pick the very best one. So let's pick. I'll help you check each one. In a few days, this batch will be ready to cut. Give every village its own page in the record book. How many seedlings they took, when they received them, and who signed for them. Everything clearly recorded. That's all been ready. 1 page for each village. Miss Shen, our millet seedlings are all covered in bugs. The armyworms have molted twice already. If we don't act now, they'll eat up the whole field in 3 days. How far is your village from the water source? Not far. There's a ditch at the edge of the fields. Go back and tell old Chan 3 things. First, dig a shallow trench at the edge of the field. Spread stove ash in the trench. The bugs can't cross the ash. Second, mix plant ash with fine dirt. Spread it on the leaves early in the morning when there's dew. The ash will stick, and the bugs can't chew through. Third, Aliu, go get that little cloth bag from above the stove. It's the powder we ground last winter from bitter ginseng roots and chili seeds. Soak this in water. 1 bowl of powder to a bucket of water. Stir well and spray it on the leaves. Once the armyworms smell this, they won't eat anymore. Wait, is it that everyone's fields in your village have them? Or just a few plots? Some households listen to you. After winter lessons, they dug ash trenches at the field edges and carried plant ash. Those fields had half as many bugs. Other households said they didn't dig trenches last year and didn't get bugs, so they figured they'd be fine this year too. But now their fields are crawling with bugs. Liushu village listened and was saved. Those who didn't lost their crops. Shitugu's Dongshu didn't care at all. Shitugu is an hour from here. Liushu village is already like this, so Shitugu is probably even worse. If we go now, we can still save half. Let's head to Shitugu. You told us to dig trenches, and I didn't. You said spread ash, but I thought it was a hassle. You said to spray bitter ginseng water, but I figured we didn't do that last year, and it turned out fine. Digging, spreading ash, spraying medicine. These 3 things together don't take half a day. But by saving half a day, we lost the whole season's harvest. Is it still in time? Dig the trench now, spread the ash now, and mix the medicine now. We can still save half. The rest is up to the weather. Liushu village did what you said, and their bugs dropped by half. Shitugu didn't, and only just started digging today. 1 field, 2 sides. Those who listened and those who didn't. The difference is a whole season's harvest. Last winter, 57 people took the lessons, but less than half actually followed through. The rest either thought it was too much trouble, or figured nothing happened last year, so nothing would happen this year either. But by the time the bugs show up, it's too late. What do you plan to do? Next winter, besides accounting and seedling raising, I'll add pest control to the training. Everyone who comes to learn will get a bag of bitter ginseng powder before heading home. They shouldn't just keep it spread it right away. With something in hand, at least a few will try it. You're worried some will still think nothing happened last year. Not worried. I just know it will happen. Sister King, what happened in Shitugu and Liushu village today? I've written it all down. Which households dug trenches, which didn't. How much the bugs ate. It's all marked with circles. These circles, they'll help in the very first lesson next year's winter training. What are you looking at? The water runs by itself. Yeah, Sister King set it up. Just let it flow downhill. No need for people to carry it. It follows the slope of the mountain. Step by step, level by level. No need for any gates or levers, just the rise and fall of the land. You know Sister King too. No, I don't. But I kind of get what kind of person she is now. Who are you looking for? Heard you guys grew new crops in your village. Just passing by. Thought I'd take a look. You're not here to collect grain.
Nope.
Not from the county office either. How'd you tell? County folks don't squat down to look. The last ones from the county stood straighter than you in the cornfield. We picked the ones with the bamboo sticks.
Chose the best dozen or so plants?
Next year, use their seeds to plant again. Year after year. That girl said it'll be stable in 5 or 6 years. She's domesticating a new crop. It's not just one season. It takes 5 or 6 years to turn an unknown plant into one that fits this land.
Take me to meet her.
Willow Village, 2,000 plants. Last time we measured, just 2 acres. These seedlings all came from last year's 2 batches in the cellar. Yep, right after Jing, I started the seedlings. Took about 30 days for them to sprout, right in time for Qingming. Girl, those 3 things you mentioned last year. First, plant by the standards. Second, share sweet potato vines with the next village. Third, once it's grown, pass it on. I carved these 3 rules on the tree at Willow Village entrance. Situgu 1,000 plants. We have less land, so plant just 1 acre first. You remembered yourself, learned after the pest disaster. Last time you said every village should keep their own records. Sister King's book is full. Need a new one. This spot gave 31 seedlings. Keep their seeds for next year. The one next to it only got a dozen, so those are out. Saw the canal and cornfield passing by, wanted to meet you. That canal follows the mountain slope. Second reservoir is an inch lower than the first. Third one's an inch lower than the second. Every pond's outlet is open, all on the same side. Water goes straight to the field, doesn't run off elsewhere. You've built canals before.
I've seen some.
But never one that needs no gates, no water wheels. All powered by natural slope. Gates need people to open. Water wheels need people to pedal. Kingshan Village doesn't have extra people. Best irrigation is the kind that needs no labor.
Irrigation with no labor needed.
All the seedlings went out this year. Next year we'll raise more. Where do seed potatoes come from? This fall, all villages will harvest sweet potatoes. Pick the best small ones and send them back. Those are next year's seeds. The seedlings sent out will come back with seed potatoes in fall. Who are you, really? Someone who's traveled far. Want to rest here for a couple days. Just need meals, that's all. Don't crowd. Everyone gets a share. Plenty for tonight. Try some. We weren't this generous last year. Only had 6 baskets last year. Had to save to make it through winter. Still have more than half a basket in the cellar this year. No problem lasting until new potatoes come. What? You don't like it? It's sweet, so why'd you stop eating? I'm just thinking, if more people could have this bowl of food, how amazing would that be? What are you looking at? Figuring out how many days to Fusheng from here. 3 days by road. What about over the mountains? Depends on which mountain you cross. Seen everything I needed to today. Just one thing I want to ask. Go ahead. If someone invited you to a bigger place, not Kingshan Village, not just a county, a place where you could teach thousands how to farm, would you go? Stay one more day tomorrow. Leave the day after. Take your time to think.
No rush.
But you'd better think it through. Thought about it all night. That's not a small thing, you asked. Not Kingshan village like you said. Not just a county. Thousands of farmers. So I'm just wondering, how can you make it happen? My last name's Zhou. First name Heng. I'm the governor of this prefecture, overseeing 7 counties, including Qingxi. I've seen enough these 3 days. A canal that needs no labor. I've built irrigation for 20 years, never seen that. Corn already being improved the 2nd year. I've managed land taxes for 6 years. Never heard of 57 illiterate folks learning to keep their own books. 12 years approving paperwork. Never seen that. That letter of appointment is blank. I'm not forcing you. But I want you to know. This isn't just a passing guest making polite talk. This is the governor inviting you. Not hiding it anymore today. Not hiding. My last name's Zhou. First name Heng. I'm the governor here. What's a governor? Higher than a county magistrate. Lord Zhou over a year ago. Someone from the county came to investigate. Ended up getting thrown in jail. I know Qian Yud framed Li Wenzheng and the case got reopened. As long as you know. Then you should also know. Our village doesn't trust the authorities. After Qian Yud quit, Li Wenzheng sent the case up to the prefecture office. I read every page. Plant records, ledgers, receipts. After reading, I did one thing.
What?
Looked up 3 years of land tax records for Qingxi. Found over 20 questionable accounts from Qian Yud. They don't match up. I'm not here to check up on your village. Your village made me look at my own office's records. Six years handling land tax. Every spring famine. The numbers from 7 counties. People starving. Always more than bags of relief grain I've approved. You know what that's like? Sitting in the office. Pen in hand. Numbers on paper. You know, each number stands for a family. I approved it. Then next spring famine. The numbers come again. 12 years of paperwork. Not one page grew more crops in the field. Yesterday I asked if you'd go to a bigger place. Today I won't ask that. I'll ask you this instead. Go ahead. You taught 57 people on your own. They taught 7 villages. Those 7 became 70. Give me 10 years, I'll give you a prefecture, 7 counties, hundreds of villages. Not 10 years, 3. Can you get everyone growing this? Or not? I've got a row of clerks in my office. All their reports about disaster getting fancier every time. But every spring, so many still starve. There's not a single one who can keep people full. You're not here to write reports for me. You're here so that those who write reports will have nothing left to write about. Give it a try. King, you're leaving, right? You don't have to think about what to say. That official's face this morning was just like when Grandpa Zhao Chenshen decided to give you the wasteland back then. Exactly the same. That's the look you have when you find the right person. These are last year's accounts. The first page is the first circle you taught me to draw. The last page is the stamp from Liushu village yesterday.
This one's new and unused.
After you leave this blank one, I'll keep recording how many saplings each village got,
And on which days, and who signed for them.
I won't miss a single word.
Aliu. Are you coming with me or not? You ask too late.
I've already packed my stuff. Got 2 conditions in mind, tell me. First, Aliu comes with me. His pay comes out of my salary. No need, the government will pay him separately. Second, 3 years. I'll return after 3 years.
Anything else? That's it.
Uncle Zhao. Keep planting next spring. Same method as this year. Pick the strongest stalks and the biggest ears. After 5 or 6 years, it'll be strong and steady. Shinge, big sis, this is for you. Eat my home-dried snacks on the road. Guden, you should learn accounting next year. Let Shitu teach you. Take care on the road. You watch over the village.
Got it.
One more day here. We leave early tomorrow. It's settled. Yep, leaving tomorrow. Branch station chief chosen from their village. Worked all night on 3 sites. Just some paperwork from the office. Zhao Dafu. Third thing, where will you live? You didn't sleep either. You're the station chief. Shitugu is the third, after the pest disaster. Watch the digging of every stretch of canal. What's this promotion station? Each township has a station. The reason I got things done in Kingshan village.
Each village picks someone like Eliu.
Yesterday when I promised you. This was what I was thinking. 35 stations. Who would make it happen? I realized something was off. Put 1 in each station. What's off? It's because I'm here. I've checked every seed bed myself. Aliu from Kingshan village stays here as station chief. Every seedling leader pressed their fingerprint right in front of me. If I go to Fucheng, these people are just cut vines.
Aliu, where will you find them?
So I'm not going to Fucheng. But the sweet potato can spread out. Build promotion stations. 1 in every township. Station chief chosen from the local village. Unified supply. 3 years, 7 counties. Every township gets 1. 7 counties, 5 townships each. I was going to teach the villages around Fucheng. So we need 35 people for 35 stations. Second thing. Not find. Grow. Sweet potatoes don't cover the field from just 1 vine. You cut 1 vine into segments, plant each in the soil. They root themselves. Old Chun from Liushu village is already teaching the next village. That guy from Shitugu, the one who draws crooked circles. He's teaching the whole village to keep accounts. Jiang Shitao has been busy all afternoon. Because he knows they'll be ready in about a month. They're farmers. They'll root themselves. I was going to give you an axe. You brought back 35 stations for me. Then I sat at the grain yard all night. They learned to keep records. Can't sleep. Where do the sweet potato seedlings for each station come from? Kingshan village grows them. County sent people to investigate witchcraft. Same as this year's Qingming. Each village comes to pick up. Seedling pickers sign with a fingerprint. Third thing, where will you live? Kingshan Village, that's my roots. I'll stop by each station regularly. On the way out, hand over things. On the way back, check. It's almost dawn. Go get some sleep. You still haven't answered me. I've approved disaster relief grain. I've fixed canals. Removed corrupt officials. This is the first time I'm doing this box drawing thing. Uncle Zhao, I'm not going to Fusheng. That Lord Zhou cancelled your assignment. No, I presented a new plan to him. Not going to Fucheng. Building promotion stations in each township. Kingshan Village is the first station. Aliu is station chief. What about you? I'll stay in the village. Go out regularly to inspect and report. I'll go on regular inspections. I've lived 60 years. First time I've seen someone resign as an official and come back to farm. Sister King isn't going to Fucheng either. She's not, but your assignment hasn't changed. Kingshan Village Promotion Station. People in the station aren't officials. So what do I do now? Clean the blackboard. There's new stuff to write today. Kingshan Village is the central station, responsible for seedling raising, training, and bookkeeping. Extending out to 6 villages. Each village gets a branch station. Aliu can stand in front of 57 people and give a lesson for me. The one who learned best in East Village. Liushu Village's station chief is Old Chun. He's already started teaching the next village. Shitugu's station chief is the guy who draws crooked circles. After the pest disaster, he was first to grab a hoe and dig gutters. Now the whole village keeps records with him. Each station chief must do 3 things. First, keep their seed beds in good shape. Second, record every transaction.
Third,
Teach the next village. Aren't these the 3 rules you talked about? The 3 carved on the tree in Liushu Village. Right, don't ask for money. Plan to the standard. Once it's done, pass it on. A year ago, it was Liushu Village's rules. Now it's county-wide. County office gives silver. Every station gets 50 taels a year. Buy farm tools, repair seedling halls, print pamphlets. But there's one thing the county office doesn't do. Station chiefs are chosen by Shen King himself. If you choose wrong or not well, county office won't recognize them. Choose right. Station chief isn't just chosen. They're cultivated. I've been county magistrate for 6 years. I've hired advisors, hired water engineers. You're the first one. Did I hire you? Did I persuade you to come? Just try it a different way. What way? You issued documents in Fucheng. I grow sweet potatoes in the village. When they're grown, there's nothing left to write about. After the autumn harvest, I'll go inspect the stations. Shen King, yeah. That official appointment plaque. The name is still blank. Fill it in yourself when you change your mind. That's how it is, Manager Zhao says. Sweet potatoes yield 3,000 pounds per acre. 3,000 pounds, but only if they grow. It's only August. Next station, Liushu Village. By dawn, all 3 places were destroyed. Liushu Village and Daily Zhuang are both ruined. Same thing,
Searched day and night for 3 months. Just missed 1 hour after midnight.
Picked August right in August. Acted in August. This guy knows the growing cycle of sweet potatoes. Knows that now they're just the size of eggs. Knows they'll be ready to harvest in about a month. Within dozens of miles. Besides us at the promotion station, there's only one person who's watched Kingshan Village's crops for 2 years. Every season, seedling raising, transplanting, harvest. He watched from the ridge at the village entrance. Kingshan Village, that's my roots. Now the crops are ruined. We'll have to buy grain from him. Then come back. Just like you said. All the vines were pulled. Not a single one left. It's right now. Another month he'd harvest them. But they're ruined now. All he can harvest are some tiny egg-sized sweet potatoes. Manager Zhao. You know his crops better than the people who grow them? Spent so much money, just so he eats a bit less. I've watched him for 2 years. Tracking when he plants and harvests. Kept note every season. Now it's August. In another month, he'll harvest them. 3,000 pounds per acre. 7 villages' half-year crop got ruined. What will they eat this winter? They'll come buy my grain. Then I set the price. What about the 4 stations left? Kingshan Village's fields got ruined. Other stations can't hold up. But patrols are tight. Wait a couple of days. Patrols will get tired too. Liushu Village's vines are all gone. Not one left. Shitugu's sweet potatoes are egg-sized. All ruined. Same with Deliuzhuang. Happened after midnight. Zhao Defu chose August. Where will the first station be built? Ruined now. No time to replan. This season's harvest is gone. What about the 4 stations left? Starting tonight, 2 people patrol each station. Jiang Shitu will teach you to set traps. He'll come again. His target is Kingshan Village. Fields of Kingshan Village are destroyed. He's just waiting for us to starve and go buy his grain. Teach one by one. Learn it, then fix it at home. Kingshan Village is the first. He's hunted for 10 years. Teaching this is easy for him. More than a year ago, Old Chan has already carved the 3 rules onto the tree. You had Captain Sun bite the sweet potato. This time, it's bandits. You let Jiang Shitu teach them trapping. Last time was a paperwork issue. This time it's in the fields. Jia Defu will come back. His payment to bandits is his last money. He chose August to strike. He wants 7 villages to get nothing. When we're out of grain, we'll have to buy from him. He sets the price. He calculated everything. Didn't count that Jiang Shitu is a hunter. What if he really comes? It'll be good if he does. Don't move. Stay still. The ground is covered. Just do as she too said. Guard the crossroads. No one chases them. The bandits don't know the way. They'll walk right into the traps. Over a year ago, you sat on the threshing ground, All you had was a handful of dirt. Now the torches at all 4 posts are lit. The pit trap was triggered too. Caught a few. Can't tell. Bells are ringing in more than one direction. At least 2 pit traps. Set another one. Jiang Shitu said, that pit can hold 2 people. They can't escape. They'll have to go back the way they came. I'll count to 3, then come up. The road is full of zeros. The bell's already rung. They know where we are. Staying put is just waiting to die. 1, 2. That's enough. 4 people. When you entered the mountain path, I counted. 1 fell into the pit at the crossroads. 1 ran back, ran into a dead end. Only you 2 are left. A hunter. Tell them yourself. I won't question you. The officials will be here at sunrise. Last August, Willow Village's crops were totally destroyed. Every year at Qingming, he emptied out all the silver hidden under his counter. Another 50 taels after the job. Old Chan is here, but everyone working for you left evidence. Send all 4 to the county office. 7 tall stalks.
He brought a sack of account books on his donkey cart.
If the sweet potatoes are gone, do you know why you lost? People collecting seedlings still climb over the hills. There's still seed potatoes in the cellar, boss. No way. Li Wenzheng wouldn't. There's no court session in the middle of the night. I drew the first circle here on the threshing field. The mule's by the back door. It's double last year's. Boss Shah opened the door. Cut off Kingshan village. Who's there? Accused Shen King from Kingshan village of grain smuggling to avoid taxes. All 4 were caught. Shitugu was also ruined last year. How much silver did you pay? Where are you headed next? Kingshan no one. Have you seen Kingshan village's fields? Checked each field one by one. Then you should know. Every record he kept of trading for salt is proof. Yeah, the water channel Longtai, the cornfields. I sell 1 less acre of grain. Explain it clearly in court tomorrow morning. You got all the grain merchants in Qingxi town to tighten up. Refuse to sell them even a little salt. That ban notice is in your own handwriting. Last year, 10th of October. Liang family grain store's seal is still on it. Not one got away. Back to the village. Tonight I'm on first patrol again. This is your ban notice posted all over Qingxi town. These are this year's 7 sweet potato fields for spring farming. Kingshan village had to cross 2 mountain ridges to get to Qingshui town. You bribed Qian Yud in Qian County. Qian Yud signed the arrest order. Refused to buy a single grain from them. What will it be called then? How much silver does he get from you every year? The bandit leader gave you up. How many documents did he sign for you? All these fields started from barren land. Qian Yud already confessed you bribed him. All in one night. Destroyed Shitugu Liushu village, Daily Yuzhuang. Crops in 3 agricultural stations. I approved his resignation letter. Yes. Wiped out in August. No time to replant.
How much silver did you pay?
You keep track of everything. He can't remember. All the melon fields ruined.
Every harvest.
Another 50 taels for ruining Kingshan village.
Remember,
He said you promised it crystal clear. You've been watching me from the village hilltop for almost 2 years. You ordered the blockade. You made the false accusations. You wanted to stay hidden behind every single thing you did. Had Qian Yud show up for the accusation. The bandit leader confessed. No one who did your dirty work. Today isn't about bookkeeping. Kept your secrets. Magistrate Joe, this is the 4th thing. King's sister. You talked to them personally. You can regrow the vines if they're ruined. Your grain store seal is on the ban notice. These sweet potatoes are only egg-sized. Give it another month. Something's going on at the county office. This one will get as big as a fist every time we plant. It's about numbers, 2,000 acres. You know the crops better than the farmers? When sweet potatoes are the most vulnerable. But you missed one thing. You've only been watching the crops. The bandit leader gave you up. He's cutting off food for 3 villages. Hired the bandits. 11 short stalks. Spring survey showed 2,000 acres of sweet potatoes. You Zhao Defu. But never thought there'd be a hunter in the village. You bribed the deputy. Never thought he'd sign a confession. Zhao Defu. But never guessed everyone working for you. None would keep your secrets. You spent 2 years scheming over crops. But you never imagined people's hearts. Zhao Defu, you monopolized the grain price. The circle doesn't have to be round. Bribed officials. Framed honest people. Hired thugs to destroy fields. All 4 crimes together. Sentenced to exile 3,000 miles according to the law. The borderlands are even harsher than Kingshan village. To be escorted at once, no delays allowed. Can you really get 3,000 jin of sweet potatoes from 1 acre? 1 acre, 3,000 jin. He says the books stay in Kingshan village. Boss Xiao. Over a year ago. The first time you rode a mule to Kingshan village. Stopped by the sorghum at the entrance. I knew you were watching. You've stood there almost 2 years. Sergeant's son, take him away at ease. Whatever I plant, you watch. Whatever I harvest, you record, are just crops. Try growing sweet potatoes there. You don't need good land. You can get 3,000 jin per acre on the hillsides. All of Liushu village's accounts from last year. Everyone's here. King's sister. It's the first time I've seen crops getting better every year. All the station chiefs from each county's extension stations are here. You spent 2 years crunching numbers. Each page is signed and stamped. All trained by him. Where's the middle-aged man? Sergeant's son took 4 officers to arrest him. I've lived half my life. More people came this year than during the snow year. With their knives and all, we can plan again next spring. Shitugu's station chief brought his whole village. 7 counties, each sent several towns. You were looking at my long tie. For the new station chiefs to use as examples. Standing behind him are the chiefs from 4 towns in his county. 7 stations. All seedbeds germinated. All the sprouts were distributed before King Ming. All were divided among families to eat. Heatstroke was handled by Kingshan village. Spring farming expanded to 100 acres this year. All rescued rats were eaten up, none could be kept. Our county's 3 townships have all resumed spring farming this year. Qian Yud left his fingerprint.
A year ago, mine was messier than anyone's.
But there's one thing I need to know first. In another 3 or 4 years, it'll settle down,
King Girl said.
As long as you recognize it, that's enough.
You get the first one.
All seedbeds in our county's 4 townships sprouted.
Told us everything, Magistrate Zhou. Shen King's story ends here.
I can keep track now. But the story of Kingshan village doesn't. I already had someone take your mule. This year's is way neater than last year's.
The tall ones.
I didn't teach him the rest. That'd be heaven's blessing. A ledger with everyone's fingerprints.
The short ones. Corn keeps growing in the fields.
Last year, other counties reported their yields.
I've lived over 60 years.
This is only the 3rd generation. What about next year? Next year there will be sweet potatoes everywhere.
As long as the land is there. You watched every vine on the ridge.
Thought 1,000 pounds would already be a miracle.
Kingshan village only had half an acre.
That unused barren patch in the northeast corner of the village. 3 towns from his county showed up.
He learned all this from you.
Yeah, the one you drew here.
You hired 4 bandits.
For every extra acre of sweet potatoes he grows. King, all spring farming numbers from each station are recorded.
Your bandits are in Kingshan village.
I taught him numbers. He saw that land change from stone to field with his own eyes. In the beginning, all the vines from the 3 extension stations are gone.
You never watched the people.
Framed him.
And learning numbers too.
I've lived over 60 years.
You hired the bandits.
2 years ago, you said 1 acre could yield 3,000 pounds.
I did the math in my head.
None were below 2,500 per acre.
Uncle Zhao. Go see for yourself at the border.
Do you regret giving me that patch of barren land?
Regret it.
Even egg-sized rats couldn't be kept.
Does drawing the sky crooked count? Liu says it does.
The end.
But after the job was done, Liu still draws circles on the blackboard. First time I've seen village kids sitting in the classroom. If it keeps growing like this.
You hired bandits. Zhao Chanshan still patrols at night, leaning on his hoe. Guden will take over from Liu next year.
In another 3 or 4 years, it'll take root on this land. Regret giving it too late. Then it'll be called Kingshan No 1.
The end.
Shen King's story ends here.
But the story of Kingshan village doesn't. Every year at Qingming,
People collecting seedlings still climb over the hills. Liu still draws circles on the blackboard. Zhao Changshan still patrols at night, leaning on his hoe. Guden will take over from Liu next year and teach new kids to draw circles. Corn keeps growing in the fields. In another 3 or 4 years, it'll take root on this land. Then it'll be called Kingshan no One.